whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do?
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set, ready? 18 Gator. You.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Leonard Fournette. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Hey. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Smooth. Situation, let's go. Mike's 54.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Set. 780. Mike Bobo. Watch the pass. Check 52. Greg. Ready.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Newton. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. And Sutton, he responded. Rookie campaign, had over 700 yards, 42 catches for the man from Brenham, Texas, which is located halfway between Houston and Austin. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play.
Ready. 44's to Mike.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
Ready? 180.
Mike Popo. Who that?
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
Ready? 180.
Check. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Show it.
20.
On second down now, it's Henry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a third down and about 9 to go.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Corey Davis, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Chopper!
Now Fournette. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Go! Christian, Travis. Hey, orbit.
54 miles.
Go.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
18 on the play. First down, Jacksonville.
Down. 50, plant.
Check 45, come on. Here we go.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half.
Ready?
Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Yeah.
45 for Mike. 45 for Mike.
Let's go.
They'll run with Fournette, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front, so when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Ready?
Out of the gun is Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Logan Cook now. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Broncos 7, Jaguars.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Henry all alone and all the way home for a Broncos score. Derrick Henry, 98 yards, and the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. McManus now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On the run, it's Fournette. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football.
Go. Be ready. Hey, Delta.
They run with Thompson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's it, baby.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Fournette. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Come on, set. 60 or. Hey, echo.
45's the mic. Come on, D. 45's the mic. 45. Bandit. Check. 45's the mic. Check. 45's the mic. Know your job.
On 2nd down, Minshew being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Mike, 45. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Now!
45's the mic.
Look at me. Zipper!
45.
Yep.
45's Mike. 45. I'm coming.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Philip Lindsay, the intended target.
On the double.
Check 45, come on. Check.
Hey, Haywood.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. I got you.
I got you, son.
Let's go.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Josh Oliver, his first NFL reception, goes for 6 as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
14, Jaguars 10. Josh Lambeau, the kickoff for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Ready.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. The pass there complete to Sutton. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Throwing is Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Newton. Screen pass to Lindsay. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the gun, here's Newton. He's got his tight end Fant. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
On 1st and 10, Newton. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Tight down. There you go.
Throwing again. Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Rashaan Melvin. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
It's in the game.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Newton, and that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick, and it's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. He can run for it, and he will. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out, and the Jags grab it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35. Yard line.
Result of the play, first down and 10.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey,
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henry. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They look to throw. It's Locke. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Check your hot read.
Hey, high 7. Hit it.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back, and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and that will make this a 4-point game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
61, Matchbox White.
31, check 31.
They run it here with Thompson. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And that is incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 15. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
At the 17-yard
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
Let's go, heavy. Let's go, heavy. Everyone, you got it.
5.
From the 17, Locke. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense. That fell harmlessly to the ground. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
They go play action here on first down. Now he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Josh Allen just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To try again after the sack. Locke. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
That's right. Who draw Porter? Kill.
This is Fournette. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says.
Let's go, baby.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Recon, 152 fighter. Hey.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Brings up second down at the Broncos' 27-yard line.
Ready? 60 outlaw. Check. Watch 54. He don't know no better. Hey, Alpha. Go.
Pick it up.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Hit it.
Now on second and 16. Minshew under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Yeah.
On third down, it's Thompson. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Hey, watch your leg.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. On second down, here's Locke. Got a man open, it's Sutton. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Lock now. 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a first down. Lock now on first down. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
X3, 218, chopper. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Watch 5.
Blocked again here on 2nd and 10. He completes this to Sutton. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they had planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
He completes it to Henry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Blocked to throw for it on 4th. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. A big pickup there. 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
I want to take your role, partner, but up in the 4th quarter and going for it on 4th down and picking it up. How about that?
A big chance. That's why football is not for the faint of heart. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So the solid run on 1st, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He may try and run for this. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
I certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. The Broncos had 15 4th down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here. Block now to throw. This is the tight end Fant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. What a chance they just took. A huge chance. They go for it on 4th down, wind up getting the first.
Go ahead and admit it. You thought it was a bad call, didn't you?
I did, yes.
I think any normal person did. How about him picking it up? Give him credit.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Gun.
From the red zone now, Newton. Flushed out right. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On play action, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joe Schobert leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, it's Fournette. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Go. Me and you all day. All day. Now. I'm coming after you.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
I got it. Ready?
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Switch.
On 2nd down, it's Thompson, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
I got you, boy. Check 15. Check 80 weapons. Look at me. Zipper. Yep. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. What we got? Kill.
A handoff to Fournette. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
64, reach. Now.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Pick it up, guys.
6-6. Pull it high. 10.
Here's a give to Fournette. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
First down, Jacksonville.
Here we go. Set. 30 base. 5.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go now. 70, Indy.
Here we go.
Hey, wahoo!
Mike 5-4. Watch the run.
Hey!
54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Defense wins championships, baby. Mike's 54.
Hit it.
54.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Mike 54. Tackles. Right there. 54.
Hey.
54 Mike. Yo. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Get ready.
Hey, Foxtrot.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now a and he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Jaguars 27, Broncos 24. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Jacksonville, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Denver, they fall to defeat for the second time this season. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish now.